Welcome back to another channel. Yeah, talk today. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today, I will be reviewing Escape Plan. This movie really surprised me, mainly because it came out January of last year. Usually, when you get horror movies or horror thrillers, they're very iffy. I will say that. They are really iffy, but Escape Room came out last year. This movie blew me away, and I think cinema is starting to change for the months of January and February, and that's really good. So Escape Room. This is probably my new favorite movie. I will say it's a thriller, psychological thriller. That's what I will say. This movie is very creative and very original. All the escape rooms are really creative, very thought out, very well designed. There's like this one where it's like upside down, the pool table's upside down. Very cool stuff. Very, very unpredictable stuff in this movie. One of my favorite characters is Zoe. She comes out her shell, basically conquers herself. I really love that. And you really feel for these characters. You really want them all to survive. And I love how they wrote the characters. This movie is really original. It takes the popularity of escape rooms and takes what works from the Saw movies, and kind of mashes those together. I think this is a really cool movie, but I think because it came out in January, that's why no one talks about it. You know, um, you know, and again, this is off topic. There's a lot of great movies that's coming out this month and February that I don't know if a lot of people are going to talk about in a year or so, just because they came out January, February, and I think that's kind of a shame. But I'm glad cinema's starting to turn around and good movies are coming out in the month of January and February. I'm so glad. That's for all. I'm just excited. But anyway, point of the video is Escape Plan. This came out January, blew me away. This came out in January of last year, and it's really good. Um, but like I said, you really fall for these group of characters. The escape rooms are very creative. Now, is this movie entertaining? Yes. Is it easy to spoil? Yes. Basically, you have this group of people, they get invited to the escape room. What you think is your ordinary, typical escape room, it is not your typical escape room. This movie never lets go. It never lets go. Like, like, so, when you get to the end, you have a jaw-dropping moment. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it is a jaw-dropping moment. Oh, wait. You think it's over? No, it's not over. Then you get to this other part. Oh, you think it's over? No, it's not over. It keeps going. This movie hits you with so many things towards the end where it's almost like it's the movie starting over. You know what I mean? I love that. I really love that. And there's stuff that's unanswered in this movie. And you know what? When I will say this, I love when a film has stuff that's unanswered, but I love it when they do it in a tasteful way where you feel satisfied. So when they make a sequel and they necessarily don't explain it, it's fine. You know what I mean? Because you felt satisfied knowing that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So this movie amazed me. Number one, it's a movie that came out in January of last year. This man, they really got creative. Like I said, the story is creative, really original, and they hinted at a part two. I want a part two. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a part two, but what I will say, this movie needs a part two because I can't say why I want a part two and why a part two will be so amazing and so unique and so original. If you've seen this movie, you've seen the ending, you know why I say it needs a sequel because wow. Wow. And so, like, this movie kind of had some Final Destination vibes too because, like, these people, I'm not saying who, but these people that run the game, they basically choose your fate, so they kind of like death in a sense because, oh, they're going to kill you. You know what I mean? Like, flat out blunt, they're going to like basically murder you. That's basically what their agenda is. So they're kind of like death. They're going to choose your fate. So this movie, it's a really amazing. Like I said, I think the plot is really unique and very creative. The escape rooms, just man, this movie was original. I think it was original. Like, yeah, you can say they borrowed from Saw, but they didn't borrow from Saw. They was inspired from that because there are a lot of Saw elements in there. The score is amazing. The score is really amazing. Like, it really got you pumped. There's like this one room where the score is just a bumping, and like the whole room is very trippy. You got like flashing lights and spirals, white static everywhere. Very trippy stuff. This movie, and then you got I'm not gonna say the rest. I just talked about two escape rooms, the upside down one, and the I talked about the one where it's upside down, and I talked about like the trippy one. That's the only ones I'm talking about. You had to check this movie out for yourself. And two, I like this one scene where like Zoe was like basically like running around, and you thought like, what is this girl doing? Like she's knocking out the cameras. Well, that's smart, knocking out the cameras so they don't see you. But she's just going ballistic. Like she's not paying attention to anything but knocking out these cameras, right? Just knocking out these cameras. But actually, there's something in those cameras. I'm not gonna say what's in those cameras. Why is she acting like that? Why is everyone in pandemonium in this one Pacific escape room? I'm not gonna say, but just say they have a limited time to get out of the escape room. Why do they have a limited time? You have to figure that out for yourself. You gotta check this movie out for yourself because this movie really blew me away. This movie never let go, had a lot of twists, had a lot of turns, and there's moments where you think something, but then it's like another thing. And I like something too because I caught on something kind of early. Um, that thing too, like this is kind of like a movie. It's like more so for the first part, you kind of got to pay attention because like Zoe, right? She lifts up the cup like the first part of the movie, like so they're like in the escape room, right? She goes over to like this like little area, right? She goes over and she picks out this cup, and on like the cup it says something like a plane. She was actually in a plane crash. I'm not gonna say why that's significant. If you've seen the movie, you know why that's significant and why these people were chosen. Um, man, this movie is really good. You really gotta check this movie out. If I say a movie is good or a video game or a show, it's really good. This movie blew me away, start to finish. Again, if you really want a movie that you've never seen before and it never lets go and you are into like a psychological horror thriller, this is really gonna be for you because again, just what they did was very creative, very original. Again, I sound like a broken record. That is such a creative idea to me. Making a movie about a an escape room, in an escape room where all of these like group of people have to survive, and it's basically a game of Saw, but maybe more to, but maybe more twisted. Like you know what I mean? Because like the thing about like Saul, the thing about Jigsaw was, oh, he's gonna let you go. Like, okay, well you might not survive. Like, you know what I mean? The thing about Jigsaw is you may not survive, but majority of the chances in the Saw movies, it was up to you to survive. You know what I mean? Or to kill somebody for you to survive. In this movie, it don't matter. You're basically playing with death in this movie. Basically you're going to die. Like you know what I mean? Like basically you're going to die. And I really want a sequel to this because they can really get creative with a sequel. And if they go the route that I think they're going to go, then yes, give me a sequel any day of the week. Because this movie is very original, very brave, and I would give it up for the directors, the writers, the producers, because I'm telling you, this movie could have came off so bland and boring, but no, this movie never came off boring. It never came off bland. It was so entertaining because it was so fast paced. Think about it, like when you make a movie like this, it's a very claustrophobic movie. Like you're in an escape room. You gotta keep going. It's gotta be fast paced. Not too much dialogue. Not too much of anything going on. This movie, again, I sound like a broken record, but this movie amazed me because of all the things they did, of how creative they actually got with this movie. Blows me away, really does. So, like I said, I really want you guys to check this movie out because you guys will not be disappointed. If you want a new movie to check out, check this one out. Escape Plan. Escape Plan. This came out last January. So yeah, highly recommend you guys checking out Escape Room. So, if you enjoyed the video, why not go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe if you're a first time viewer, and let me know in the comments below, have you seen Escape Room? And also let me know in the comments below, will you be checking this out if you haven't seen it? So yeah, until next time. So let me know, like I said, if you have seen this movie. I really want to know what you think of this movie if you have seen it. And when you do go watch this movie, come back to this video, let me know what you think of it, because I really want to know people's opinions on this movie, because I think it's very original, very creative, very brave, and I wonder like how much like the budget was for this movie, because they get very creative with a lot of stuff. So yeah, what is my rating for this movie? It's a A plus. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece, like it really is. So yeah, with all that out with all that out the way, with all that being said, I would definitely catch everyone in the next video.